I ain't never touched my wife, so who are you to come up to me like
videos.
Oh my god, she took it the wrong way. I was trying to get her attention and I think I accidentally smacked her by accident.
How's it going, everybody? Today, we're talking about GothicBoy, one of the most evil men on the internet to date. Only being on the internet for a short amount of time, GothicBoy made a name for himself very quickly, and not a good one. One of the first live streams of his to go viral was him casually talking in bed when his wife interrupted him, leading to them getting into a serious altercation, all while laughing with a smile firmly planted on his face. But this angry side of GothicBoy just doesn't extend to his wife, but also animals and strangers alike. But when he isn't being a danger to everyone around him, he's also begging for strangers to be nice to him and his wife and pay for his trip from California all the way to Florida. But I think the best place to start this is his infamous first live stream that we just talked about.
That's what I'm trying to say. Nah, because I hate that stuff too. Yeah, because doing this, like putting your finger in someone's face. I'm just kidding.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
I was messing with you. No, I was trying to get your attention, babe. I was trying to get your attention. Oh my god, she took it the wrong way. I was trying to get her attention and I think I accidentally smacked her by accident. I was trying to get her attention because I was trying to talk to her about something. Babe, I was trying to get your attention about something. I'm sorry. I'll let you calm down though. I'm sorry. I was trying to talk to you about something that somebody said on live. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. I was just trying to do this. That's all I was trying to do. Oh well. And we're gonna explain to y'all what happened that day and what really goes on in our life, because y'all don't have a f***ing clue what goes on in me and my wife's life. Y'all think, oh, he does this, he does that. What? No. The real truth behind our relationship, you'll find out tonight. Because I'm not the type of person you think I am. Never will be the type of person you think I am. I am a good-hearted soul. I have respect for women. I slipped up one time.
Now you can see why GothicBoy became so notorious so quick. Stephanie didn't even do anything but decided she wants to be a part of the conversation, which you invite if you're starting a live right next to her. What did you expect, her to stay quiet the whole time? Not only does he not respect Stephanie at all, you can see the smile on his face after what he did. It filled him with so much joy knowing that he could control and do that to another person. A similar look as when he mentions losing all of his cats on purpose, guys. I'm gonna add that part. Just plain sinister. And GothicBoy is the same dude who spends a majority of his time on the internet and possibly in real life complaining about how wronged he's been his entire life, how the entire world has always been out to get him, when he's the same guy getting joy from actions like this. It's truly deplorable and makes you wonder what else could have happened. What else has he done that has led him to thinking this is okay, especially to do it on live stream? And what kind of person could commit these actions and proudly post them, and when they receive backlash, backpedal and claim that it was all in the past and he's a changed man? This wasn't long ago, and it doesn't seem like your attitude has changed either. The chances of you doing this again are super high, if they ever stopped in the first place, which we have a lot of proof that it hasn't.
I can't have no hanging out right now.
We just sitting.
I'm just sitting. I'm not gonna be out in the heat, bro. It's too hot.
I can't have no hanging. This private property. I can't have no hanging out right now.
No, we're not hanging out.
We're not hanging out. I'm sitting.
Diabetic.
She's diabetic, dude.
You're not listening to me.
You're not listening to me. Bro, she has.
Do you need medical attention?
No.
Right now, I could call and help. But if not, I need you off the.
You're not gonna talk
You're
to
not
me
gonna
like
sit here and
that.
talk to her like that.
What are you talking about?
You're being rude. Okay, we will leave. We will leave. Give us 5 minutes.
I can't give you 5 minutes.
Yes, you can, dude. I'm not gonna be in the heat.
You have a camera. You're recording.
No, I'm not. I'm recording me.
All right. Don't worry about it.
Okay, whatever. F you.
We'll just come back then.
Yeah, we'll come back later. I'm not gonna do it.
Come back then. You can't sit here all day.
That's fine. That's fine. Remember that 21 something that TikTok was supposed to pay me today? I got the full amount straight to the account.
we're trying to go to? Florida.
Hey, get off my kneecap.
Jinx, you owe me some.
Get off my kneecap. That hurts.
Kobe, because he was being rude.
Because he's being rude. Anyways, my situation is me and my wife. What happened was, I was, Brian, stop, dude. I'm trying to talk. Boy, if you're gonna sit. Oh, you want daddy, that's what you want. Okay. My bad. Well, I can't have you and mama on me at the same time, dude.
Come here.
Our situation, we was staying with her parents here in California, and what did happen?
Okay, that was the past. I thought you.
I guess I can't talk.
Sorry.
We was in a house. We was all staying in one house, and what had happened was the rent got too high. They jacked the rent up on us, which obviously that's California regardless. And I'm lagging like a bitch right now. Hold on, I'm lagging. There we go. Alright, now I'm good. And what had happened was, the rent got too high. It was $13 something a month. Then the landlord jacked it up to $1,500 a month. So we said, okay, we can't pay this no more. So we left. After that, we ended up, I was going through jobs left and right. I went through a grocery store that I stayed with for only a week. And then I finally got a job at FedEx. I was with them from September 27th, 23 to February 4th, like literally February 14th. I mean, there's not much I could do. I guess you could go out and get a job. I have the requirement, but what's the point of getting a job if I'm leaving in 2 weeks anyway?
Somebody say you're not clean.
For a majority of the time since they've been homeless, they've been staying in a car, or should I say a couple different cars. GothicBoy said they've been through 4 since they've been on the streets, and that's probably a decent amount of money, but honestly, it couldn't have been very much, especially since when he worked at a Dollar General, he ends up foolishly quitting, believing he had a job working for an asphalt company. And one with common sense when it comes to getting a new job will tell you the best solution is to actually confirm you have the job and then proceed accordingly, not just going off on a whim, especially when you're in the situation that GothicBoy is in. Put your 2 weeks in. If the job has hired you and they don't let you put a 2 weeks in, you gotta go instantly. Well, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, leave then. But when you're homeless, it's going to require you to have a constant income. And it's not like even if they were getting an income, they'd be using it for housing, because they spend a majority of their time being public nuisances. And whether it's cool or not, if someone is on property they're not supposed to be, then you have to go. And I understand it may be annoying, but that's the way it is. And when GothicBoy thinks that he has to follow commands of someone else, you can see the hatred forming in his eyes, a recurring theme with GothicBoy. But instead of taking it out on the person he feels wronged him, he chose to spend that energy on Stephanie, a person he knows is going to accept it and continue to follow him down this path of degeneracy. So you might be wondering, with GothicBoy being homeless and needing to work because he has such a daunting trip ahead of him, why the heck is he even going live in the first place? Besides begging, GothicBoy wants to escape from California and its rising prices and go home to Florida, as you've seen. And to do this, he will not work. He's in no condition to hold down work, so the fans must donate to get him there. This is where his rise in notoriety began, going live with his wife, and the craziest part about this entire trip across the coast is that they have no money, not a cent to even be attempting this without the internet. They wouldn't make it a state away, but because of people's generosity and trying to help Stephanie, they've barely been skating by. As you saw how excited GothicBoy was about earning $21. For a lot of states, that's almost minimum wage for 1 hour. The fact they even attempted this is insanity, or I guess believe they're actually going to achieve it since they're still in California. I don't really think GothicBoy understands how dire of a situation he would be in without the assistance of the internet. And again, they're still in California, and he loves to pretend to be this know-it-all and tells Stephanie he'll leave her stranded if she doesn't follow his every command. But in reality, without the internet, he'd be in the same exact boat as her. And shortly after, even more doubt would be thrown on the potential of the trip being real, when in his most recent live stream, GothicBoy claimed that he was no longer homeless and was living in an apartment. And guys, even though they were on the streets, renting an apartment just isn't something someone would do while saying they're preparing to travel. Most likely after receiving enough donations, one of their friends allowed them to stay for rent money. You should see the quotations I'm making right now. That will require him to beg some more, just like you're about to see now.
Need the help. Like, we're not asking people for help.
I don't ask nobody for help.
But we've been through hell.
Yeah.
Like, I just lost my puppy a couple, like a year ago.
I don't beg for nothing. I'd rather work my tail off. I was raised to work my ass off before I beg. And before I beg, I will go out here in the state of California, right where I'm at, and do bottles of cannons before I beg. Did you guys get a room? Nah, we're sitting in the middle of a fucking attic. Yeah, I'm just kidding. We got a room.
That's the one that said,
Yes.
He did it, dude. No, he wouldn't.
Would you, I mean, I would date my hand if I had a choice, but no.
Change the battery. We can't change it.
No, oh my god.
He wants to order us food.
That's fine, I don't care.
You have to PM him.
No, that could be a setup. That could be a setup to get the information.
Yeah, I know.
That could be a setup to get the information. Don't do that.
Because I had someone do that before.
Nah, f that shit. Don't do that.
Just like many other TikTok lolcows, he has a penchant for begging, but he flip-flops between the DSP and Lisa Richard methods, going from dry begging until he really feels desperate, then he'll just straight up ask, normally asking for around $100 or so that he and his girlfriend could stay in a hotel room for the night, which to me, if you're begging for money on the internet, you should spend it a little better, like a cheap hotel room. And they could argue the safety, but sleeping in a car or in the streets is far more dangerous. And the reality of the situation is many speculate that there's most likely a large amount of substances being used by GothicBoy and his wife, and he likes to pretend that he doesn't beg at all, but like all lolcows, he manages to expose himself. Or I guess in this situation, Stephanie did. As you heard, she brings up the food scam, which apparently happened to them enough already for GothicBoy to learn his lesson. Well, he almost fell for it again, so I guess he's almost smartened up to it. And for GothicBoy, I mean, it had to happen a lot. He makes the same mistake over and over and over again, and then apologizes and just memory holes it and hope people do the same thing, but it never happens that way. And the worst part about the begging is that normally he says he's only begging because he needs a hotel to further his trip to Florida. But as many may have noticed, most of the donations that are said to be for a hotel room often lead to them still sleeping on the streets or some kind of clearing, but GothicBoy always appears to be slurring, leading many to think that the donation money is going to GothicBoy's drinking habit as well as possible other things, rather than helping them get back home to Florida.
There's nothing left. And plus, you know you're not supposed to be drinking dark soda right now. I don't give a daggum if it's a teeny tiny sip. One teeny tiny sip can mess up your...
That only one.
Okay, whatever. Mess up your...
This one.
Nope.
It's not like it comes in like 3 or 4.
Drinking water. But how many sips have you taken out since you left the truck?
I've been drinking.
How many sips? Exactly. You ain't taking one.
Yes, I did.
Well, the thing about it is, regardless of where you go here, it's going to be the same fucking price. As you get for an 8-pack of burritos, as you can get for one big ass one, it's the same damn price.
Let's go check and see what food they have. We can see what frozen food they have. I'm gonna use your phone.
Get your hand off my phone.
I'm about to call my mama.
Richard's about to call. On my phone.
Cause my phone's talking, baby.
He'll deny her drinks because he's looking out for her health, and that can be seen as loving and just being careful in some relationships, but dynamics matter a lot, and when you know that GothicBoy has gotten into altercations with his wife over smaller issues, this is where things start to become concerning. He demands that any money that Stephanie may get on her own from streaming, most likely from Good Samaritans who think they're giving money to a person trying to escape their situation, only for Stephanie to be forced to give it to GothicBoy. And at this point, it seems as if though this is normal to Stephanie, as she's claimed that GothicBoy has never done anything to her, even though there's countless videos proving otherwise. But other times when Stephanie is alone with their live stream, she is willing to share more about the relationship, claiming that GothicBoy likes to use a part of his body, if you guys catch my drift, when they get in altercations. And you have to realize that these two are usually in the middle of the streets, so not only is GothicBoy doing this frequently, but plenty have assumed this is an embarrassment ritual he likes to put Stephanie through. Truly a level of degeneracy we've rarely seen. Also, when Stephanie was asking for her phone and GothicBoy didn't even politely deny her request, he was aggressive and spiteful at the fact she wanted to call one of her family members, which is a huge sign that this isn't a good situation she has found herself in. She's got to get out of there immediately, but unfortunately, as she travels farther away from home, if they eventually go on this trip, the chances of getting away will become slimmer as time passes, if they go, of course, which I'm not sure they are.
No, I'm not single. Stephanie's single and ready to mingle.
No, she would never date a Dallas Cowboy fan.
And my husband's right there.
Yep.
That's his.
I'm sending people to come teach you a lesson.
That's his ex.
Okay, and I'm gonna send people to teach you a lesson about harassing me when I am not bothering you. You're literally getting so upset because you can't have me, so get over it. Why?
Cops are not coming.
Alright, well, ain't nobody coming with the cops, so hush. She's just trying to scare me.
That's his ex.
It's not happening. She's not calling the cops.
No, they said who's voice.
Okay, screenshot. Yeah, screenshot. I don't give a f.
Somebody, I hold silence. It's not a silence. It's the smoke.
That's a smoke alarm, you dipshit. Shut up. Hey, look at me right now.
What?
Don't feed into it. Let him run the mouth.
I know. No, I think he got kicked.
Why are you so angry? I'm not angry at all. I'm just stating the truth. Speak English. Speak Spanish. Maybe you understand the reverse of English. Because that's all Spanish is reverse of English.
I'm not telling you what hotel I'm at either. He never beat me.
Anybody that sit there and says that that I did something to my wife, you probably did something to one of your f***ing people. So hush. Because I ain't done a damn thing to my wife.
And as controlling as GothicBoy can be, he's also very disrespectful to Stephanie. In general, GothicBoy never acknowledges what Stephanie has to say. Most of the time, GothicBoy is wrapped up in his own world, reading comments and trying to spin a narrative to whatever controversy he's found himself in, while Stephanie is just in the background talking about nonsense, or at least that's how it comes off, since GothicBoy doesn't even acknowledge her, except to give a demand or two, that if she doesn't listen and follow his orders immediately, she'll find herself in trouble and in a heated argument. One of the more infamous moments was when GothicBoy was arguing with Stephanie and was threatening to leave her and stranding her at whatever seedy location they found themselves in at the time. Instantly, people could see he was using this to make sure Stephanie never got out of line, and this allows GothicBoy to keep his grip on her, and if they actually go to Florida and she gets farther away and they're actually there, this will most likely only get worse, and that's not even the worst of how he treats her. He always wants to prove her wrong. It's like he sees her not as a person, but an object who must listen to his every whim, and when Stephanie even tries to correct him or go against his wishes, even on live stream, GothicBoy quickly becomes aggressive with her, and the chatters in his live can see this as well. Even though a portion are just there to troll, they can be seen growing worried at the situation Stephanie is in. During one argument, Stephanie was reasonably asking why they couldn't get 8 burritos instead of one huge one, which GothicBoy claimed the portions were the same for similar prices. And any reasonable person would know that 8 is going to last longer and can be evenly portioned out. But he refuses because he doesn't want to walk that far, and my theory is that he also doesn't want to share that much with Stephanie, and if there's only one burrito, he can control how much he can eat and how much she can as well.
Oh, somebody want to know if I can make them a mod.
No. I have to make that decision. They fired you because... Wait, why did who? Oh, because of the video that was posted. Whatever happened, this past Silver Line.
Oh, hey, that account has 1 follower. Is it really cool? Yes, it is.
Who?
Your mom.
Mom, you do know you're a moderator. You can't kick. You do know that, right?
Oh, stop being disrespectful to her. I want some.
And my mother is in this room, so yeah.
And his mom does not like it.
My mom knows I don't cheat.
Mom will. What?
My mom would literally drive her Mustang down here and keep my tail to herself. What's up? I think my mother left. Stephanie is coming to yeah, of course my wife is coming, Mom. I'm not gonna leave her down here.
Oh, your mom asked that?
I'm not gonna leave my mom. I'm not gonna leave my wife here, Mom.
I'll handcuff him to me.
I'll literally handcuff her to me before I leave her. Mom, you don't have to, I thought Grandpa wouldn't allow that.
What? What? Oh, Amanda said that she's 100% is gonna help us.
Grandpa, what did you, wait, what? I was so confused. What are you talking about? If it's a problem. Yes, if that's okay. For what?
Yeah.
Y'all leave my mama alone.
We should go swimming, and I love swimming.
Oh, what?
I just can't swim the deep end, and my husband been trying to help me swim the deep end.
Call my mama right now. You know what? Y'all are, she totally wrong for that. That's my mama.
Would he get along with your mom though, anyway?
Y'all are wrong for that. Don't ever speak on my mama, please. This is my mama. I'm telling you the truth. I put that on my father. That's my mama.
As you can see, GothicBoy has a problem with almost any female in his life, almost always being extremely aggressive, even in situations that doesn't call for it. And this just might be me looking too deep into the situation, but the way he begins to cry when he believes his mom was berating him in the comments and not going to allow Stephanie to live with them when they get to Florida makes me believe this might be deep-rooted problems. All of that is alleged, and I'm definitely not a psychologist, just putting 2 and 2 together. Stephanie has also claimed that GothicBoy hasn't seen his mom in over 4 years, and according to GothicBoy, he left when he was 18, so the relationship is most definitely strained, and probably a culprit for the strange behavior we're about to see GothicBoy demonstrate.
It'd be funny if
Join the
Brittany showed
military.
up.
I can't. They won't allow me to because of the way my mental stability is.
It'd be funny if your mom showed up when Brittany showed up.
No, I never graduated. I dropped out of 10th grade. Thank you. commandment. I do not do witchcraft. That's one thing I will never ever do is do witchcraft. Just because I have dark energy inside of me and I love the dark side doesn't mean I do witchcraft. I want to suffer in my own pain. It works. Is this the first time you're going hemo? No. I've lived like this before. I just never thought that. I just thought everyone would look at me. Well, I mean, of course you're gonna have people looking at you like, okay, what the fuck is he wearing? And why is he wearing it? But that's gonna be people's opinions. I don't. First of all, last time I checked, I didn't need anybody's approval to wear what I wanted to wear. I live my life the way I live it, and you live it the way you live it. Live the way they want it, whatever.
It's not a wig.
No, hold on. You said, where did I get the wig? Where did you get your face? Because last time I found out you got it from the corner store down the street. And that's some bitch wasn't even worth to pay for.
Oh, but
He don't know how to do nothing.
we have to.
I don't know how to do nothing. I'm pretty sure I can do more shit you've ever thought about doing in your whole entire life.
We have to wait until they change it.
You're just sitting there behind the camera, probably in your mama's basement, doing some stupid ass shit online.
How many boyfriends have you had?
More than you have.
How long we've been married?
You want to keep going? Because I can make this more entertaining for people.
Yes, exactly. Kendall just said it.
But
You guys, he can't change the smoke detector batteries.
is the emu phase over? Hey Jay, enough with the goofy nonsense, dude. It's not gonna happen overnight. I've needed to have a fresh start, to be honest with you, Wyatt. I wanted to have a fresh start and pretty much recover from being in the situation I was before. Give me time to have a physical and mental restart. That's why I had left the app for a while too.
GothicBoy has said on multiple occasions that his mental troubles has led to many problems in his life, like graduating from school or why he isn't able to work. And that may be the case for some people, but the stress of going live and receiving scrutiny from strangers on the internet is a stressful event, not as much as a physical confrontation at a job, but it's not like GothicBoy isn't dealing with that right now, since he's been confronted by at least 2 women on his treatment of Stephanie. But the combined stress of the internet is something to consider, and GothicBoy doesn't seem to be that fazed by it, constantly talking Stephanie down about the harsher comments. But some things do seem to send GothicBoy into emotional breakdowns, like arguments with his mom, or anytime that somebody tries to bring up some of his faults. It's almost like he's able to memory hole his horrendous actions and sees himself as this good guy who was left with no choice but to defend himself, and then views these as honorable actions, and it really seems to affect him when his delusional reality is broken. And GothicBoy has shown some other odd traits, such as him switching identities multiple times in a year. With the short amount of time he's been on the internet, he's been country, goth, and like some kind of rebel here recently, with little to no warning on the switch up. He's stated he's felt this way his entire life, the emo part, but pressure made him not able to fully embrace it. And maybe that's also the reason he fled home at 18. Him and his mom weren't quite getting along, but who knows, time will tell on that one. But when he finally got on the internet, he finally felt comfort, which kind of contrasts with the other image he's trying to portray himself as, this tough guy know-it-all who's never wrong. He's always got an answer to the problem, even if he obviously has no idea what's going on. And I can't tell if this is just an act he pulls to try and control Stephanie, since he's around her more than most people. And a sign that this might be the case, when GothicBoy is finally around another man, someone he can't physically dominate, he cowers down to him. The guy tells him, hey, you need to clean this apartment up. This is one of the most recent posts by him. And GothicBoy doesn't say a word, he just whines and grunts and stomps around like a little child. But if Stephanie was to tell him to do this, oh, we don't even want to know what would happen.
Because I just got done crawling my sister's ass.
What's she saying to you?
She said, oh, I'll show you, hold on.
That's what you and Stephanie have in common. Have in common what? What do we have in common? Nothing.
I just followed her ass. She just lost me for good. And I hope she knows that.
I'm not responding, Massey. No, I'm not.
How the hell are you gonna sit there and talk about your own brother like that? You don't even know me like that. You've only known me for how long? Like,
They want nothing to do with me or whatever.
good. I don't want nothing to do with her ass either. She can stay her f***ing ass in northern Louisiana. I don't give a f*** her.
Yes, Gothic Boy even has a beef with his own sister, who he's only known for 2 or 4 years somehow. I'm not quite sure how that works. But yet another woman in his life that he is angry at, despises. It's starting to seem like a pattern, no? And it's not like his sister wasn't saying anything that wasn't true. She also claimed that Gothic Boy never showered. And of course, she's claiming that Gothic Boy was angry, spiteful, vindictive to all of the women in his family. And when he's living on the road, constantly traveling between states, when he finally does take this trip, of course you're not going to be showering as much, but he hasn't even went yet. But the typical ungroomed state you and Stephanie are in shows that bathing isn't close to the top of your priority list, so it makes her other claims seem truthful as well. But burning this bridge probably was more costly than normal, because as you guys know, Gothic Boy plans to journey to Florida, and one of the stops I've heard him say he needed to make was in Louisiana, which coincidentally is where his sister lives. So I imagine he was planning on taking a comfortable and free stay as he made his way to Florida. But now, since he's messed that up, he has to go through another state roughing it. Good job, Gothic Boy.
We used to have 3 or 4 cats plus our dog.
That is way too many. I couldn't handle 3 or 4 cats plus 2
But the
dogs.
cats used to actually go and go outside and stuff. Never came back. So the neighbor just adopted it, or I guess. They never came back either.
Cats have that instinct to where they have what they want to do in their life. They don't care about us humans. They just rather do what they want. That's the cat's nature. That's also why I don't like cats, because they have a mindset of their own. I'm gonna move forward and we're gonna change it. Because that person is not me. That was just a mentality of 3 hours and 12 minutes of sleep and a bunch of stress that was piled up on me. Yes, no excuse. Like I said,
he didn't kick his dog.
no, I didn't.
So you kicked your dog? That's sad.
See? That's
Demo, Sadra.
No, that's fine. That's fine. People think that I did, but I didn't. I pushed him with my foot because his toe, or his little nail, whatever you want to call it, was stabbing me in my shoe.
219, he just has Venmo. Right now.
Asphalt, get out. Asphalt, get out? What do you mean, get out?
Because somebody is saying you're admitting you are an abusive person. Asphalt.
Okay, and I'm admitting that I did wrong.
Now we're going back from the softer stuff in this story, if you can even call it that, and begin to ramp up again, and this is just disgusting. As stated by Stephanie, Gothic Boy and her used to have a lot of animals, mostly cats, and you can almost see the carelessness in Gothic Boy's eyes as soon as the cats are brought up. Him and Stephanie would just allow their cats outside most of the day, with little to no supervision, allowing them to end up lost in the woods or just running away. That happens sometimes, but the biggest concern for me is the fact they never even attempted to search for the animals, which leads me to believe that there was some malicious intent by leaving them out for so long, hoping that they would end up running away, which eventually happened. Even Gothic Boy himself has said that he loves dogs much more than cats. But just because you prefer another animal or even dislike one doesn't mean you get to treat it however you want, and oddly enough, I think this stems from his control issues. When he says he doesn't like a cat because they have their own mind, a dog is going to follow your commands, it really reminds me of how he treats Stephanie. If he can't have something sit down, roll over, eat and drink on his command, he doesn't want anything to do with it. And that's a very childish way to live life. Everything is going to come with its own challenges, and it's up to you to overcome what's given. But Gothic Boy wants no part in that. It's his way or the highway. When it comes to Stephanie and cats, I mean that literally. And let's not get it twisted. GothicBoy doesn't treat dogs much better, as you heard. He revealed that he was just as bad to his dog and is trying to give excuses about him being aggressive with his animals, something that for whatever reason loves and looks up to him to provide and care for him. And let's not pretend there's a lot of room and comfort to be had when you're trying to find a spot for 2 people and 2 dogs. Some things you're just going to have to accept and not lash out at minor inconveniences. But not GothicBoy. He immediately does something ridiculous and he gets in trouble for it. And that again was on live stream. What does he do when he's not on live?
Don't talk to me like that. I didn't ask you to say anything, smart ass. The hell?
She said you could do. Fine.
That's not.
He can't control the smoke detector. Yeah, exactly.
He was thinking about it. No, I wasn't. I was looking at TV.
We're not gonna get in a fight.
I know I ain't getting in a fight here.
Uh-oh.
I want this motherfucker to blow up on the FYP. I need to change my color anyways. I've been like this all my life in this room.
I like it.
I don't give a flying fuck what you like. It's my body. I don't tell you what to do with yours.
I'm totally checking.
Stephanie, don't. Audrey, do not call her that. Her name is not Steph, it's Stephanie.
What did she say?
Bro, I literally just said it.
I thought she said something.
Baby, where's your phone at?
Cause you're evil.
I am not evil. What the f? I have a good heart. It's just I get in for granted sometimes. Said you spell it. What is your zodiac? Pisces, water sign. Why do you got to make life so damn complicated? And why did it sound like I just said that out of fucking lyric from that?
Yeah, but we don't have enough money to go buy a bullet and everything.
And I don't have enough energy to keep walking back and forth between here and Dollar Tree either.
You don't. All you have to do is go get an 8-pack and then...
Yeah, and then by the time we get ready to eat it, it's gonna be no good.
By the way GothicBoy acts when he sees his numbers go up, you can tell that he's enamored by his newfound popularity. No matter how bad it gets on livestream, GothicBoy isn't going to end it because he loves the eyes on him. The only time you'll see GothicBoy end a live abruptly is when his and Stephanie's arguments get so bad he realizes he better shut off the live, or if he realizes he's embarrassed himself. He even allowed himself to get caught up in the hype and revealed information to one of his trolls that made him break down, as the information the mod leaked confirmed the troubled relationship he was in, and that GothicBoy was a thief. The fact he was betrayed, oddly enough, was surprising to him, and during his tantrum he claimed that he was quitting in an attempt to bait his viewers into showing him some sympathy, a similar strategy he does with Stephanie. But little does he know this is exactly what was expected of him, because he returned not long afterwards showing no matter what's thrown his way, the idea of making money and the small amount of notoriety he's gained will always bring him right back.
Yep, she does, and I have screenshots of it. Aren't you married? Yes, I am. Happily married.
It's none of y'all business
That's
to know
why
our business. If I talk to Justin or not, it's none of your guys' business.
It's none of y'all's business if we talk to each other or not. It's not like we're doing anything. She's got a relationship. I'm married, so it doesn't matter.
We are just friends, so move on.
Yep, get over it. It's the past.
If you want to talk some more shit, I got something for y'all. If I had room, I'd let both of them stay here. The f*** all of you.
But I know what house she has. That's why I'm not, and I'm not going to expect her to do that because she's already having enough troubles keeping up with her stuff as it is. So I'm not even going to have her do that.
Who, me?
No.
I don't live in
Brittany
a
has a life
so shut up.
Brittany lives her own life just like I live my own
Somebody say
life.
you can't be around kids.
He can't be around kids.
Yes, he can. He was around
That's
mine when she was little, so shut up.
Yep, I can't be around kids because I actually took care of her daughter as much as I could whenever I was there. Did or did I not?
Yes, you did. Even if he is my ex, I'd still let him stay here if I hit the room. So I don't care.
Because in reality, she knows I do care about her as a friend.
Brittany, whatever your last name is, yes, I do have a man, so shut up.
As
you guys shouldn't be talking bad to people that you guys don't even know.
That is true. Y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know my situation. Y'all only know what I told y'all. Y'all don't even know nothing about me.
So if you didn't think GothicBoy could treat Stephanie any worse, he is also actively talking to one of his exes, and the way he talks to her is about 20 times better than he's ever talked to Stephanie. And Stephanie just doesn't even get the idea or a hint of what's going on, or maybe she does and she's just so stuck in the situation she doesn't even know how to call it out. Or if she does, she might know the consequences, so she's not even going to attempt it. And GothicBoy is basically doing his best to flirt with this girl, and the girl is saying she would let them live together. And you guys know what would most likely end up happening. But just in general, the way he treats Stephanie and the fact that he's doing this right in front of her face just shows the amount of respect that he has for her. It's absolutely none.
I'm only going to say this once to you. I watch you on TikTok every day. You or this animal in any way,
who are you?
I will go to the next step.
Who are you?
My name.
I ain't never touched my wife, so who are you to come up to me like?
I've got videos.
Yeah, probably people.
Keep your hands to yourself.
I haven't even touched anybody.
Shit.
Ma'am, can you please?
You kicking the dog?
I ain't even touched the dog. Stop harassing me, lady.
I'm not harassing you. I'm warning you.
Warning me for what?
Keep your hands to yourself.
I haven't even touched nobody.
Bullshit, I've got a video.
Video.
Shall we call the cops?
Call the cops. I ain't doing nothing.
You want me to show them?
I ain't doing nothing.
When you were in Red Roof? Yes.
Oh, what? You got physical proof that I did anything? All it shows is it's talking about it.
No,
it does. Yes, it does.
Videos.
Okay.
So I'm telling you right now.
Okay.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Okay. Whatever.
Defenseless Stephanie and defenseless dog does not need you to put your hands on.
I haven't even put my hand on nobody.
Bullshit.
Leave me alone, lady. Leave me alone.
Fair warning.
Leave me alone.
You don't know what you're with.
You don't know who you're messing with.
Really?
I haven't even done nothing.
Really? I'm not Stephanie. Jump bad then.
I'm not jumping at you. You're literally harassing me. I was minding my own business.
Jump bad then. Jump bad.
Why are you harassing me? So you're video recording me.
You betcha. You betcha.
Okay. Good. Because.
You betcha.
Good. Okay. Okay.
You're real tough, aren't you?
I didn't even do anything, ma'am. Okay, video of what? I'm calling the cops because you're harassing me. You need to start treating her better. She deserves it. Dominic, no shit. Why do you think I went and changed myself, okay? And I'm still in the process of changing myself, okay? It takes time. It's not going to happen overnight, okay?
Now a few months into his internet journey, unexpected consequences for how he was treating Stephanie online was beginning to pop up. As you guys could see throughout each of these segments, there's been one recurring theme. It's that GothicBoy is taking advantage or being terrible to his wife. There's not one live stream, not one clip of his that he's not doing it. You can test it yourself. Go watch any GothicBoy lives, and I'd say no less than every 20 minutes, he's getting an attitude or worse. And not only were people noticing, they were growing enraged with his actions. And this is how GothicBoy got on my radar. On Patty Melt's channel, linked below, I saw that he was getting confronted for his actions against his girlfriend, as you guys just saw, by what seems to be a woman older than Stephanie testing GothicBoy to see how he would react, and to no surprise, GothicBoy began to get mouthy and angry at the lady. And I must say, never confront a cow or notorious internet figures. If you believe something is wrong, contact the authorities and allow someone who can actually solve the situation to handle it. But the lady never backed down and wouldn't let GothicBoy do his normal excuses and return to his delusions that he's a misunderstood, good-hearted individual. And when confronted with the truth, GothicBoy wasn't too happy with what he saw, and he began to change his life after this. He had a complete turnaround. Once a goth man shaves his head, that's when a true spiritual awakening has occurred.
The thing about it is, y'all, what y'all don't understand, homelessness takes a lot of toll on your brain, especially being homeless for a certain amount of years, because y'all don't understand a single thing about being homeless. Y'all don't. Absolutely not. I was a teetotal mess out there. Homelessness is a scary situation. Homelessness is a scary situation. And y'all don't have a clue. Y'all think, oh, just a video. That has nothing to do compared to what I've experienced. Homelessness, I was a very good person, and I'm still a good person. Y'all just don't know me yet.
So how is it old news when violence happens every?
First of all, like I said, I don't care. Like I told you, it was old news. Get over it. If y'all cannot stop living in the past, then y'all got some serious issues. I am a changed man. That's what it stands on. Regardless of what y'all have to say, it doesn't matter what y'all say. It doesn't have nothing to do with y'all. Regardless if it was on TikTok, yes, it has something to do with y'all. But realistically, that has nothing to do with y'all.
Wait, I have a question. Do you have charges over that?
No, I ain't got no charges on nothing.
Nah, but okay, y'all were not here the first day he even started his live. I've literally been here since day one, and I've seen how she has treated him and how he has treated her. They are toxic together.
After getting confronted, GothicBoy had a realization that he needs to turn his act around, at least on camera. As you saw earlier, he became a rebel. This is around the time that happened. He was trying to switch up his image to show the people that he's not only changing on the inside, but also the outside. And I'm not sure who he thinks he's going to fool because, just like he said, changing takes time, but it requires actual hard work and dedication to solve the issues that you're going through. Changing your appearance isn't going to do that. And we can really see that the change of appearance didn't do all that much, since GothicBoy is still acting the same. Matter of fact, since he's so new, we're constantly discovering new deplorable things he's done in the past. By next year, he'll have more personalities than Roger from American Dad. But the thing that really gets at me is when he claims that it's all in the past and everything is going to change, it really reminds me of Cyraxx, because no matter how many times he's been caught, he always comes out with the same excuse. It's in the past and he's a changed man, only for him to do it again and again and again. And with not even a week ago at the time of recording this video, more information is coming out on the way GothicBoy treats Stephanie. I feel like GothicBoy has already found himself in his Lolcow cycle. He's even began to attract buddy trolls who tell GothicBoy his actions are okay and that it was equally Stephanie's fault since she pushes GothicBoy. As you can tell, this is terrible considering that GothicBoy isn't the kind of person you want to confirm their delusions. As much joy as he's shown in the past when he's committing these actions, it doesn't help when people are telling him it's all good, especially when people confronting him in public was kind of making GothicBoy realize the error of his ways. He even begins to blame what he done on being homeless shortly after kicking the buddy troll, which of course is a heavy toll on anyone who experiences it, but it completely conflicts with him saying this behavior has been going on for some time now, as him and Stephanie weren't homeless their entire relationship, and even being homeless is no excuse to do that in general.
Okay, keep. I said, all right. What's in your 2-hour detention? 2-hour detention. Make it more. You're gonna be in detention all day. What's up? All right, keep looking. Okay, Mommy, you're gonna be in detention for that comment. You're in 2-hour detention. Joshua, that's 4 hours detention for that comment. Welcome to the Gothic classroom, y'all. There will be no gifting. There will be no liking. There will be no doing anything. You will sit here and be quiet.
And yes, GothicBoy has began to try and branch out on TikTok. Instead of being a degenerate, he tried his hand at becoming a TikTok NPC, something I only became familiar with because of the NPC Miles Morales, where someone gets on live, assumes a character, and people send them donations to, I guess, act or say embarrassing phrases. And a problem I have with GothicBoy making this kind of content is that the rest of his content is full of degeneracy, getting into terrible arguments with his wife, talking about some very risky subject matter, but yet he's trying to bring in a younger demographic. And a funny thing I noticed was that in his glasses, you could see that he was in a library just chilling, and there's kids around reading books while this guy is making a clown out of himself, just so he can get enough change to make it to Florida. A better lesson than any book could give you. But that's the story of GothicBoy, one of the most heinous individuals that we've ever covered on this channel. A man who begs for sympathy but refuses to give it back himself. A man who will take and use the people he says he cares about with a smile on his face. And the worst part is, there's still a lot of mystery surrounding GothicBoy and Stephanie, and there's many factors on how this story could end. So I don't think this will be the last time we'll be seeing GothicBoy on this channel, and you should definitely stay tuned to what's going to be happening next. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, follow the socials down below, follow It's a Patty Melt, and I'll catch you guys next time.